Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another Coinsider live stream. I'm your host Kevin, and I'm looking to do these almost every weekday at the same time, 12 noon Eastern. So if you like these streams, then definitely join me in the future. It's really easy to remember when these happen. Now, today is going to be another top news of the past week roundup stream, and I'm starting to do these every Friday. So if you haven't been looking at the crypto space too closely, then this is going to be a great stream for you, because I'm going to get you caught up on all the biggest things that happened in the past week. And unless you're really deep in the crypto space on X every single day, etc., I promise you there's going to be some topics that you did not know that happened. Like, of course, we're going to start with the Pump.Fun token sale that people were really debating earlier this week. Like, is this good for crypto? Is this really bad for crypto? And we're going to have a lot of other stuff to talk about. Like, yes, Pratik, we're going to talk about Trump and Elon's beef. You read my mind. We're going to talk about that today for sure. But we're also going to talk about the Circle IPO, which absolutely rocketed. And we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff, about hype, about Tron in some way, about Ethereum, and about all the beef that's going on. Team Neither. That's really funny. All right. So, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the Pump.Fun. Oh, and also, next week, I'm going to launch a Hyperliquid Season 3 airdrop comprehensive guide. So definitely subscribe to this channel right now. Click that subscribe button if you want to watch that as soon as it comes out. It's going to be so valuable, I guarantee. Okay, but first, I'm going to share my screen. Pump ICO, Pump.Fun token sale. That's what we're going to start with first in terms of the biggest news of the past week. So here you go. Let me zoom in for y'all. Pump.Fun to conduct $1 billion ICO at $4 billion fully diluted value. But as you can imagine, people were not happy about this. CoinMamba wrote, extract 700 million from retail, watch the meme coin meta die, and decide to do one final extraction of 1 billion. Here. And check this out from Adam Cochran. That's how you know the meme coin trench narrative is finally dead. They infinite extracted on fees, said they wouldn't do a token. Now fees dry up and they're trying to do a massive token sale to exit. And here's some more news. Here's some more impact beyond just an exit for them. This is just speculation, by the way. This may not happen, but Andy wrote, hearing rumors that Pump.Fun is going to launch their own chain after the token. Not great for Solana if true. Reason why is because if you don't remember, Solana was one of the biggest beneficiaries of the meme coin meta, and Pump.Fun made a lot of people buy Sol in order to speculate in their meme coin casino, right? So Pump.Fun brought insane value to Solana, insane adoption, and helped their metrics essentially. And now Solana hasn't been doing that well since the meme coin meta cooled down. And if Pump.Fun leaves completely and builds their own chain too, which I'm not sure they will, but maybe. I give it like a 30% chance, personally speaking. Then that would not be good for Solana. Check this out. No wonder they're dropping a coin. Look at their revenue. Pump.Fun revenue. It dropped down to like close to zero, relatively speaking. This is daily revenue, by the way. So they are struggle busting, and maybe that's why they're doing a token sale to exit. End of an era while it lasted. Look, Solana, Bonk, Dog with Hat, Trump, Melania, Libra, and now Pump.Fun. This is a really interesting way of looking at things for the Solana ecosystem. I do agree, though. I think Solana needs to like focus on other things besides this past meme coin super cycle or meme coin meta per se. Here's another take on this. Pump TGE will be terrible for Sol as the market is already pricing. Sol was a huge beneficiary of the casino thesis. Best expression of long memes without actually having to participate in the trenches. Now, Pump token is a much cleaner expression of the same trade. You don't have to worry about the L1 valuation, just meme volumes. Believe they will include some rev share as well. GG to Sol, it was fun as it lasted. I am short Sol, Sol ETH, and Sol BTC. Let's take a look at that, by the way. Sol ETH chart. Look at this. This is the weekly Sol ETH chart. Some people think that this has topped for the cycle and could go much lower. So that would be bad. But fundamentally, it does make sense, right? If Pump.Fun leaves the ecosystem and exits. But anyhow, let's move on to the next big piece of news of this week, and that would be none other than the Circle IPO. Check this out. Circle listed on the New York Stock Exchange. They had a big IPO that was super oversubscribed, and check what happened. This was the 1 second chart on the Circle as soon as the IPO went live. Remember, they sold shares at like $30 or so, and then it pumped to like 88. Let's see the price today. Hey, chat, how many of y'all got in on the Circle IPO? I think it was most likely not that open to retail. So, check this out. Oh my goodness. Circle is at 111 now, plus 35% today. That is wild. How many of y'all got in on Circle? Market cap. Is it just like BlackRock buying? And crypto itself isn't even doing like amazing. But some people are saying that they would not invest in Circle's IPO after a 168% pop. The float for Circle is less than 10% of total shares. The only issue is retail allocation is very limited. Most people got way less than their request from Robinhood. Chat, how many of y'all bought the Circle IPO? Let us know. I'm pretty sure most of us didn't. I wasn't able to get in, but a lot of people are saying Circle is quickly becoming an S-tier short candidate. Wow, it's rocketed so much. Circle at, they're saying it's overpriced right now. Circle at 22 billion while coin is at 60 billion is hilarious. Proof that even TradFi trades equities like memes. Wow, look at the Circle chart, folks. This is Circle, the issuer of USDC. Buying Circle is literally easy, free money. This is insane. The Circle IPO, folks, that happened just a couple days ago. Fundamentally, see, that's what these people don't get. They're talking, oh, fundamentals, but in the short term, that doesn't matter. It's all about hype and who's buying and like the fundamentals of the stock in terms of like the float and things like that. Circle trading here at 22 billion is a great short. They generated just 65 million in net income, and 99% of their revenue comes from interest income. When rates drop, Circle's revenues will fall massively. So yeah, long term this is true, but for now, people are speculating. People are saying a lot of risk here is that we can't measure yet. I'd rather own the underlying infrastructure assets. I tell my friends, would you rather own a profitable store on Amazon or own Amazon itself? That's a great point. And Circle may be doing other stuff besides just USDC, you know? They may launch other products and services that make them even more of a key infrastructure piece. And remember, BlackRock was buying Circle too. You need to be a Robinhood Premium member to get IPO. Did you get in on that though, Alex? BlackRock snagged 10%. Maybe BlackRock made it rocket. BlackRock is... Look, right here. This was a week ago or so. BlackRock said to plan to buy 10% of Circle's internet IPO shares. So BlackRock is a massive profit already. Of course, right? They bought in at like 30 and now the freaking thing, they're up like 4x. Check this out. They're up like 4x. This is insane. I need to post this to my retail DAO group. Honestly, I do not think it's bullish for Pump.Fun. I know we've moved on from that topic, but I don't think it's bullish. Although another theory is that Pump.Fun's token sale will go back into the crypto ecosystem. Like everyone who gets their airdrop will sell and then spend that capital like gambling, right? That's another way to look at it. But anyhow, another big news. So far we've talked about Pump.Fun token sale and Circle IPO. But here's another big thing for y'all. Stable. Have y'all seen this? Stable is a new chain that's backed by Bitfinex and USDT. It's a layer 1 blockchain where USDT is the native gas and peer-to-peer USDT transfers are free. Built for institutions, designed for scale. Here you go. Here's the announcement. And this is focused on the stablecoin economy. USDT has billions in, let's see. USDT has $154 billion right now. More than double USDC. So they're making moves. What is stable? A new layer 1 where USDT is the native gas, free peer-to-peer USDT transfers, etc., etc. Smart contracts run on stablecoins. Folks, would you use this? I know a lot of y'all hold and use USDT. Would you use this stable chain? No bridges, just seamless dollars. It's for remittances, global payouts, etc., etc. Check this out. People were like, they took Justin's lunch. You know why? because Tron is one of the biggest chains for USDT usage. And with stable coining, this may be bearish for Tron. Even though Tron may be manipulated, wow, Tron is at all-time highs. Look closely. I think Tron is largely manipulated by Justin Sun, is my speculation. But fundamentally, this stable chain is bearish for Tron because Tron is mostly USDT usage per my understanding. So far today in this news roundup, we've talked about the Pump.Fun token sale, the Circle IPO, and now the USDT stable chain announcement. Now, next up in this weekly news roundup, we got to talk about Hyperliquid's hype. Check this out. Binance and Coinbase, I believe, talked about perps listing for Hyperliquid, but now Binance US is listing spot trading for Hype, which is obviously bullish because they have to buy Hype to kind of offer it on the exchange, right? Or people can just deposit it. But spot trading for Hyperliquid is big. And check this out. Binance US spot listing confirmed. Binance.com perps, Coinbase perps. Now speculation that spot listing on Kraken, right here. Kraken wrote that, I agree, especially when they have precise product market fit. So could spot listing be coming to Kraken too? That would be amazing. And people are really bullish. It's Hyperliquid season. Now, the next piece of news has to do with Ethereum. And it makes me more bullish on ETH. Check this out. We all know that people have been long criticizing ETH for its foundation not really being properly structured and not being aligned with the ecosystem. But now things have changed. Remember that we have new co-executive directors in the past few months. And check this out. We also have Etherealize, right? Etherealize is the institutional arm, institutional product BD and marketing arm for the Ethereum ecosystem. Etherealize or Etherrealize. I don't know how you want to pronounce this, but one of their co-founders went to Congress, Vivek Raman, and gave a testimony, powerful testimony to Congress, sharing that Ethereum is the most secure and decentralized settlement layer, 140 billion in stablecoins, 10 billion in tokenized assets. And they're kind of just advocating for ETH. Let's check this out. How long is this, by the way? 4 minutes. Let's just listen to some of it together.
Chairman Hill, Ranking Member Waters, and distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify. My name is Vivek Raman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Etherealize. We founded Etherealize to transform U.S. capital markets for the 21st century. Our team is a powerhouse of Wall Street veterans combined with the best technologists across the Ethereum ecosystem. We are ready to push forward new financial innovation in the U.S. Previously, I traded credit on Wall Street at Morgan Stanley, UBS, Deutsche Bank, and Nomura. During my time there, I saw two things. One, that the U.S. is the undisputed leader in the global financial system. And two, much of this system still operates like it's in the Stone Age. Today, it can take days to send money and weeks to finalize trades. Hundreds of billions of dollars of value still flow through paper, faxes, and manual spreadsheets.
Amen.
Now, at last, the technology solution for a one-time upgrade to the US capital markets is sitting right in front of us. Public blockchains allow for programmable dollars that settle in seconds, for global ledgers that allow real-time regulatory oversight, and for global access that extends opportunity far beyond Wall Street. So what's the problem? Over the last several years...
Okay, so I'm not going to make you watch all of this, but point is, Ethereum finally has some competent leadership and advocacy, right? And check this out. This is one of the co-executive directors, and she posted that they updated their Ethereum Foundation treasury policy to be more clear and have a better plan, because this was one of the biggest kind of thorn in the side of the Ethereum community, right? People were saying they're just dumping ETH on us and not really doing anything to benefit the Ethereum ecosystem. But now that has changed. They have really outlined and a lot of transparency to how they deploy Ether in like DeFi protocols, how they sell it, and things like that. They even have cypherpunk goals. Look, DeFi Punk, they're so aligned. Cami Russo writes, the EF went from seldomly mentioning DeFi to coming up with a new term, DeFi Punk, spending half of its treasury policy outlining how it's going to support DeFi Punk. Bullish. And they also announced Protocol, which is focused on scaling the L1, scaling the L2, and improving UX. They are really organized now. They are laser focused, and this makes me more bullish on ETH than ever before. What about you guys, chat? Are you also impressed by the new changes at the Ethereum Foundation and also Etherealize and what that means for Ether? Now, the next piece is going to be the next big news of the past week is that the trade war is not over. Remember, they said that Beijing totally violated this month's deal on tariffs and that China accuses the US abuse of export control. So it's not over. Folks, it's not over. I told y'all it was not over. But y'all didn't watch my video about it. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all thought it was over. It's not over. This circus is coming back and may come back more in the future, multiple times. Not only with China and the US, but also the US increased tariffs on steel for the EU.
Ambassador Jameson Greer and I told him that we strongly regret this latest US decision and
you see, it's not over. It's not over. Still matters. So tariffs are still a big thing, and trade war is still a big thing, right? That is something to keep an eye on. However, arguably the biggest news of this past week is not directly in crypto, but it's still move. I still think that if a cycle's not over, I think Ethereum will get close to all-time highs, but these changes will take longer to get Ethereum to really break out, right? I think it will take next cycle for it to go to 10K. But I may be wrong. I'm not Nostradamus, okay? I think this cycle close to 5K, just under previous all-time highs, is the peak, is my guess. Trade war is like COVID, keep coming back. Yeah, that could be sure. That could be the case. Now, the biggest news of this past week is not directly related to crypto, but it affects all markets, folks. It affects all markets. Check this out. It all started with this. Elon was like, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it. And then Trump said, I'm very disappointed with Elon. I've helped him a lot. He knew the inner workings of the bill better than anybody. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out we were going to cut EV mandate. Elon said, false. This bill was never shown to me, and it passed in the dead of the night so fast, almost no one in Congress could even read it.
He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate, because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all.
Check this out. Here's a great timeline of the drama. Elon leaves as a special government employee. Everything was good. And then Elon attacks the big, beautiful bill. Because Elon, with his Doge, wants to cut spending, right? He wants to cut and codify spending. And then Trump says the thing we just watched. Elon responds, we just saw this. And then Elon starts tweeting some more, saying, where is this guy today? And then Elon said, without him, Trump would have lost the election. Such ingratitude. Elon calls for the reconciliation bill to be killed in the Senate. Asks for a new political party. And then Trump suggests that Elon has Trump derangement
Not
syndrome.
the first. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome. I guess they.
I'll share with you something here, Pratik, in a sec. But let's just keep getting through this timeline first. And then Trump drops multiple tweets saying Elon went crazy. Elon was wearing thin, blah, blah, blah. The easiest way to save money is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. And Elon said, drop the nuclear bomb, really burn the bridge. He said, real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the reason why they haven't been made public. Have a nice day. He really dropped a nuclear bomb. And then Trump was like, Elon turned against me. Elon said, SpaceX will decommission the Dragon spacecraft immediately. He ended up walking that back, but that was crazy, right? And check this out. This is what Naval wrote. Where is it? Right here, Pratik. Elon's stance is principled. Trump's stance is practical. Tech needs Republicans for the present. Republican needs tech for the future. Drop the tax cuts, cut some pork, get the bill through. So, Do Your Own Rug says, I used to like them both, but now, hell nah. So if you look through their yeah, you can see all these things on their profiles, right? A lot of drama. And on Truth Social, they post a lot, but yeah, look, all the stuff about Elon and cutting his stuff, it's all there. It's all public on their Truth Social and X pages. Right? Now, the last news of the week I want to cover today is right here. Also related to Trump, but his family. Magic Eden announced an official Trump wallet with 1 million rewards campaign. But then Donald Trump Jr. said it's not official, that the real wallet is coming with World Liberty Fi. So be careful. Look, here was the original announcement, and here was Donald Trump Jr. So people said, Magic Eden pumped 46% off this news, now dumping hard. This reminds me of the LTC tweet about Walmart partnership, which was fake. Don't trust every headline, folks. So yeah. Folks, that was a lot of news of the week roundup. I hope this was helpful. Look, usually I have more news for you, but I'm going to keep it at that today. Please join us at Retail DAO. Link is below, and there's also an airdrop ongoing that you can see if you click on our X page. I'm going to keep it at that today. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I got some other stuff to do, but I will be back next week with close to daily streams at 12 noon Eastern. Please like this stream. That helps me out a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. I am short term. Oh, that's so hard to say. Like right now, it's, I think, a really sideways volatile period. So it's really hard to say. I hope we do get under 100K. So it's a great buying opportunity in my opinion. But we may not. We may not. So I'm patient. I am patient right now. But please give us a like. Please subscribe if you want to catch my streams at 12 noon Eastern next week. I'm going to cut this one short. But have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see y'all next week.